Right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Ba'Shem, Yahushai, Ba'Shem, Rakakudash. Double honors unto the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Salutations to Yahakim who go out throughout the four corners of this earth, pushing this truth in all sincerity, risking your life to wake up the hopeful elect. For Yahweh, Ba'Shem, Yahushui's sake, doing the will that He's called us and commanded us to do. Shalom to you, Yahakim, who faithfully go out week in and week out, in season out of season. Very unlike some of these other groups, who don't do that and ain't got that kind of spirit on them. You know what I'm saying? The Most High's not playing with these men. He's not playing games at all. So, it's high time to wake out of sleep. You know what I'm saying? But, only 1/3 of the nation of Israel consists of these so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, and Seminole Indians are going to be delivered from this coming destruction. The rest of you, Israelites, Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, and Seminole Indians will be destroyed via nuclear fire. Right here in Babylon the Great that you love so much, aka America. Right? Don't get into it, man, because some are going to be delivered, some are going to be destroyed. Right? And this is Baruch chapter 4, verse 27. Be of good comfort, O my children, and cry unto Yahweh, for ye shall be remembered of him that brought these things upon you. For as it was your mind to go astray from Yahweh, Ba'Shem, Yahushai, so being returned, seek him 10 times more. Right? So this is talking about, in the place where he said, they were said that you are not the sons of the living power, there shall you be called, the sons of Yahweh, Ba'Shem, Yahushai, roughly paraphrasing. Right? We're in that time and in that land right now. Right? And it said that the destruction that he destroyed us with came because we went astray. And because we've gone astray, and because there's been a falling away first, we have to seek him 10 times more. So that means, you got to go deeper than just the surface. Oh yeah, I'm an Israelite, I don't eat pork, I don't shave my beard. No, you gotta get into these scriptures and come out on the highways and the byways and teach these scriptures. Freely have you received, freely shall you give. Right, verse 29. For he that brought these plagues upon you shall bring you everlasting joy with your salvation. And those plagues that he brought upon us with those curses from Deuteronomy chapter 28 and the 15th verse on, when he said, if you don't hearken unto my words and unto my commandments, all these plagues shall come upon thee. Right, which he sent those plagues with a sword of destruction. Right, but he said, with everlasting joy shall it says that he shall also bring us everlasting joy with our salvation if we be a part of his number, Lord willing, we are. Right, and he's coming back in what the world calls UFOs to deliver that 1/3 of the nation of Israel that we're speaking about. Right, and to destroy these heathen nations. Right, and one of these heathen nations, the main heathen nation that's going to get the destruction the hardest, is the nation of Edom, Esau, according to the Bible. Right? He's got to taste a very, very sore destruction. Right? 1,000 years of slavery, and then eradication. That's the harshest treatment. Right? But he's been the harshest individual on the planet. So it's going to be a fitting destruction for a fitting devil. Verse 30, take a good heart, O Jerusalem, right? People before a place. For he that gave thee that name will comfort thee. And who gave our ancestor Jacob the name Yashar Allah, the Prince of the Power? It was Yahweh. You know what I'm saying? He sent the angel down, and he wrestled the angel until, he got his blessing. And then his name it went from Jacob, the Yaquab, to Israel, Yasharallah. Right? And Yahweh was the one that gave us that name to be called by him, because we come from the progenitor of Israel. are they that afflicted thee, and rejoice at thy fall. Right? Remember, Edom said, raise it, raise it. You know, when we were getting our sword destruction and our comeuppance from Yahweh for our disobedience, Edom was the one that was out there, you know, yeah, get him, you know, take him down. He's a bad person, you know, fighting the case for our destruction. And they rejoiced when we fell. Right? But miserable are they, right? They're going to be destroyed. Miserable are the cities which thy children served. Miserable is she that received thy sons. Right? And that's the crazy thing is, you know, all these different nations have had us in derision and had us under slavery and bondage. We serve these other cities, meaning we serve these other nations. Right? And miserable shall they be that received our sons. Those that took us into this captivity, right, are going to be miserable because, hey, they didn't hearken. They knew who we were. A lot of these nations in Egypt knew who we were, right? Abdel, Gamal, Nasser, you know, said, how did the Jews leave black and come back white? He knew where we were. Putin knows who we are. He had them, his symphony singing that song about the niggers being asleep in America, right? All these different nations know who we are. Hitler knew who we were. He told the whole world that America has the jewels of the Lord, meaning he had the true Israelites of the Bible, not the imposters that gad abroad in Jerusalem today, right? For as she rejoiced at thy ruin, right? Although Edom rejoiced when we fell, and all these other nations hate us kick us while we're down, and was glad of thy fall, so shall she be grieved for her own desolation. Right? Because remember, Yahweh Hashem Yahushua is going to turn this place into a desolation forever. And not only that, but the nation of Edom shall be a desolation because he's going to destroy him utterly. There shall be no root nor branch left of Esau. For I will take away the rejoicing of her great multitude, and her pride shall be turned into mourning. So, hey, man, these 2/3 the nation of Israel, because this is talking about y'all too. You are as your father the devil, right? You heathen nations, right? You Moabites, Chinese, you Ammonites, you Japanese, right? You Japhites, you all the island nations, right? Indonesia, Philippines, Hawaii, Samoa, New Zealand, Vietnam, Cambodia, Laos, right? All these Japhetic nations, right? Ham, the Africans, right? Ishmael, you Arabs, Elam, you East Indians, right? We go on for days. Man. You all had a hand in our slavery at one point or another in history. You all got to pay for that. Pride's going to be turned into mourning because, hey, man, these other nations are proud. Go walk into a Japanese or Chinese establishment and see how they treat you. Especially Ishmael and Elam. You walk into one of these 7-Elevens, man, damn near they kick their baby on the way in or something. All right, verse 35, Baruch chapter 4, verse 35. For fire shall come upon her, the everlasting, long to endure, and she shall be inhabited of devils for a great time, right? Because all that's going to be left in Babylon is going to be desert creatures, man, right? O Jerusalem, look about thee towards the east, and behold, joy that cometh unto thee from Yahweh, right? And that is the returning of our Lord Yahweh Shai, right? And the fleet of angels he's going to bring to destroy these other nations, right? Because we do want that, right? We do hate wickedness, right? They want to call us a hate group. Yeah, there's a lot of things we hate. We hate what the Lord hates. Whatever the power, the creator of this universe hates, we hate that too. Because we're of him and not of this world. So get over it. You can call us a hate group, you can call us terrorists, you can call us whatever you want to call us. We have not created any terror, but yet, guess what? Our power, Allah else on the planet is the so-called white man Esau Edom. But yeah, he calling everybody else a terrorist. What kind of shit is that, man? What kind of devil is this? Deceiver. Devil means deceiver. He's deceived the whole world into thinking that he's God and not the devil. That was the greatest deception of all time. Right? Idiots still believe it to this day, even with all this information out here. Verse 37, last verse, Baruch chapter 4. Lo, thy sons come, whom thou sentest away. They come gathered together from the east and to the west by the word of the Holy One, Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai B'Shem HaKadosh, rejoicing in the glory of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai B'Shem HaKadosh. Right, and that's what's going on right now. From east to west, right, from where we've been scattered, right, the Israelite foreigners that are scattered abroad that look like they're Japanese, that look like they're Korean, that look like they're African, that look like they're, Portuguese, whatever. There's Israelites mingled among those people, the bloodline of Israel through the men, as it always is. And those people right now are waking up via the unicorn, the internet, right? The Urim and Thummim, right? They're waking up to the fact that they are those Israelites that were scattered and that were, put through harsh bondage for our wickedness and our disobedience to the Heavenly Father, Yahweh Yahushua. Right? And they're coming together due to this word. Right? That's powerful, man. In the same place where they said we ain't the children of the Lord, they're going to see, right? They're going to see the strangeness of our salvation, man. They're going to be like, these niggas? These gangbangers on the street corners talking about this and that, quoting movies and talking about superheroes and UFOs and all that madness. Them? Yeah. Lord willing, we'd be a part of that number. Hey, so just keep fighting, going out week in, week out, man, and believe it. We got to believe this thing into existence. But hey, man, with that, I'm going to wrap this up and say shalom.